I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
Good morning, everyone. Hey. Good morning. It's 5 a.m. It's almost 6. So my energy is a little bit lower, but hopefully it will get there. I basically rolled out of bed and was like, "Self, do you want to do this?" And I was like, "No, but I'm going to." So, hey, I appreciate y'all, all the love, support. I know it's super early. Some of y'all it's midday. Some of y'all it's in the evening. But I always try to make a little bit of effort if I know that I see y'all coming in the morning doing y'all's thing. So, thank you again for all the love, support that y'all been showing the channel. If y'all can do me a huge favor, as we're going through, if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share the link out. If you want to invite your friends, we'd love to have them here and welcome them to our amazing community. So we aren't gonna have too much time in between. I think we are about 10 minutes out from the IC firing up, so we aren't gonna waste any time. Let me get the music rolling and we will flip over. Give me 1 second. Let me go. I don't really want Latin Fire at 5 a.m. though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I guess let's just do this one. Let me see. Make sure audio's good. All right. Let's just get in here. Get in here nice and deep like. All right. Good morning, Steve. QQ. Good to see you. I see you, brother. CEK. Good to see you, my homie. Whew, gotta wake up a little bit. For me, it's midday. Dang, dude, I'm jealous. I'm not jealous at all. Whew. All right. All right, here we go. There are the points as of thus far, as of right now. And we are, I think we are invading, so we'll have to wait. We'll have a little bit of fog initially. All right, let me see. Right now I'm searching T4 infantry on my main. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. All right, I want to see what it's looking like right now. All right, so that's 42 showing up, but I think they're still waiting for people. Hold on a second. Hi, streamer. Hey, yo, bud. Ma, I'm on TV. All right, let me see. Battle zone. Oh man, did it do it or not? Fuck. Oh no, it didn't. All right. I don't think there was anything going on, but let's look around real quick. Oh, did it take me back again? I think it did, right? Yeah. All right. Once I'm done that, I'll switch to a different server and get a better cav unit. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Great success. Ooh, 48's gonna get. Ooh. We'll hope for more people, but they're gonna get stomped if they don't. Oh, dude, they're already doing the Delang parade, chat. They're already doing the Delang parade. Oof. They're just parked out in the shrubs, bro. Just parked out in the shrubs. Zavir. This might actually be a close one. Depends on late activity. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see for sure. With 42, you have to kind of bring your best foot forward. If you don't, you're just gonna get dunked on. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like LeBron, Michael Jordan, just straight putting their armpit in the basket. You gotta come correct. You know what I mean? And we'll get rid of this fog and this god awful text on the top once we can migrate. Once we get poured in. So give it a couple minutes, and then we'll be able to get rid of all that. Probably like 6-7 minutes, and we'll get rid of all that junk. All right, Ma, the meatloaf, Purple. How's it going? Good morning, brother. Good morning, my friend. How are you? Dang it, I hate that it keeps doing that junk, bro. Please, can we fix our game? Hello. They're like, oh, there might not be very much fighting. Oh, I like this activity, 42. Okay, it looks like we're a little active this morning. Did somebody poke the bear? This is usually a 42 when they show up like this. It's like somebody poked the bear, and everyone's like, "All right, we gotta give them the chorizo." You know what I mean? Like it's not. They poked the bear, and the stick came out. Dang, they're already hitting them with the Jones, dude. The 48 coming out with the Jones, bro. Snuggle Bunny giving free hugs out here in the streets, chat. Zavir, we have KVK today as well at 19:7 verse 80. Interesting, very nice. Hey, well, good luck, my friend. 3777777. Hell yeah, the boom boom baby. Love my boy Apple. Doom, 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 doom. A little soccer team action out here. Okay. The soccer team is present and accounted for, sir. Reporting for duty. We're just all parking our asses in the bushes, chat. I love it. You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see it. Do you think with Elizabeth is really contest against Cyrus? So I can't really, Zavir, I can't really talk on that because I haven't even used them. I'm not in beta, so I'm not 100% sure. I know we do have some members on our Discord that are in beta that can kind of talk more about it, but I haven't personally used them and I haven't tested them. I haven't done anything. So it's kind of hard for me to say though. I've been hearing a lot of speculations. I would say usually the way these games will go is the newest and freshest commanders or heroes are usually better than the predecessors, but it's tough, man. Like, I know there's a lot of hype around Cyrus. I would say that from what I've seen. I haven't experienced, I haven't tested because none of those have come to global, but a lot of people are very hyped for Cyrus. And I keep hearing back and forths with lag. I keep hearing a lot of mixed bag kind of things with them. Oh God. Oh, I thought he was storming the city. I was like, Jesus Christ, on a motorbike. Didn't actually stay up to date. Nah, it's all good, man. We're all kind of there. It's tough. I will say this. For creators, it's tough in the streets because if you're not in beta, you can't really test until they come out, right? Because the test server, and that's one of our biggest complaints with, okay, you have us using the test server, right, for the updates, but you don't give us anything to test except for maybe an event, right? Which, okay, cool. Like, we could have done that in one day. We didn't have to wait 3 days for cooldowns and then come in. Like, we could have just done that right off the rip. You just launch, you load in and go fight. You know what I mean? But instead they had us wait in cooldowns and do this, and then with no new heroes, nothing to test, nothing's maxed. Like, it almost feels like they're trying to waste our time. It's like they're trying to waste our time. And that's something I've said this nonstop for all 5 or 6 updates that we've had for test server. It's like, if you want us to test, right, stop wasting our time. Let us test some shit. Let us hype some shit up. That's literally how this whole thing works, right? You tell the creators, go show it off, test it out, and guess what? When we start blasting all over the place that this next hero is absolutely amazing, you can't get it, and blah blah blah, it builds hype. People want to use it, you know, and they want to spend, they want to do this. But when you don't give us access to it, right, we can't hype up heroes, we can't can't do anything like that. So then it's like, okay, well now we're just wasting our time. You know what I mean? And that's the part that sucks. Because at the same token, it's like we want to make content, but we aren't allowed to unless you have it unlocked in beta. All right, let's see how we're looking though. I don't think 48's gonna get out of their base. It does look like they have more people now, which is cool. Which is good to see, right? 48, a couple up here. Is this 42 or 48? 42, the little villager. Okay, I like it. I like what I'm seeing. I don't even know if 48's gonna get to their pass, being real with you. Bro, they already took their pass down, bro. Oof. Ooh, that's a lot of flags. Oh, that's pretty. That's real nice. That's real nice. I would be surprised. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, chat. I don't know if 48's gonna even get through this fucking pass. Seed is ready, but opens tomorrow, I think. Cyrus is the dev's way of saying we are tired of Lubu. Hey, somebody's saying it, you know what I mean? I think the way that I say it is, it's always great to have a counter for one of the stronger marches, right? But there's always another counter for that counter, you know what I mean? Like there's always something. The immediate people see Cyrus, there you go, see Cyrus, and then guess what? Then Ramses is gonna go vroom, 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 you know what I mean? Like there's gonna be a lot of things. And now with people adjusting their King Arthurs and stuff like that, they're even more insane, which is wild. I wonder if they're gonna park here or if they're gonna come around to the front. I don't think 48's gonna even make it through, fam. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the 42 soccer team is just gonna bang them into the ground. They're gonna hump them into submission, chat. I'm sad for Chiskel. 2377 lost KVK. Yeah, it's true. Like the test server this time around was pretty disappointing in some sense, and he gave new event preview, nothing else. Yeah, Zabir. So that was when we asked, like, what's the whole point of this update? The answer we kept getting was, we just want you to test the KVK map. And I'm like, that seems like a waste of a test server. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Like, give us more to test. Like, give us new heroes, give us something, right? They do know that we are like hyper nerds and we like testing that kind of stuff. So it's like, it only makes sense from a marketing perspective. Like, let the creators make content for you. We are trying to sell the hero. Not that it needs to be sold, because a lot of y'all, it's kind of like you see it, you buy it kind of deal, right? But it's not necessarily for the guys that are already gonna buy it, right? It's like the people that are on the fence about buying it, and then we can kind of test, right? Now some may not get it, and others we may push it, you know what I mean? So it's the double-edged sword. But at the end of the day, from these kinds of games, what I notice is when you don't market like that, you tend to make less sales than if you do market it, because it's content, it's more eyeballs on your game, it's more everything. So if you're not gonna do it, then it's just a massive missed opportunity. Let's see, G42 coming into party, dude. How'd they leave them like that, bro? They're like, oh man, nobody wants to party with us. Come in, hop on the bus, Gus. Let's see. The mercenary research being halfway done for 2 out of the 4 troop types was weird. Hell yeah, Purple. Hell yeah, brother. Riders are open for KVK. Let me see. Do you think Ashoka is underrated given all the heroes that are now in the game? So, from what I've been told, Ashoka will most likely be making a comeback here soon. Um, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let me see. Sack, bro. And just so y'all know, chat, I removed the chat that I usually have that has the split chat between Twitch and YouTube. So this message and some of the messages are on Twitch right now. Just so y'all understand. Bro, I've been playing since October and I've made a lot of mistakes. Do you think it's worth starting over? If you had to start the game from scratch, how would you play it differently? So I would say this, and this is just general observations. I'm not telling anybody this is the way you need to play the account, right? But general observations. Step one, I would invest in Mulan early, because early game Mulan is almost undefeated, right? Even with King Arthur's coming out, if you have a kingdom full of really good Mulans, you can handle a player with King Arthur. A lot, the nearest and best cav that comes out at the beginning of the game is Hannibal, and Hannibal is still good, but Hannibal gets hard countered by pikes pretty easily. That was probably the biggest mistake that I made. Oh yeah, Snap Gene coming in hot. The biggest mistake I made was the Hannibal March. It is what it is, you know what I mean? I spent a little bit to boost it up. Spent it as in like my medals and stuff. But it is what it is, right? I think I would go Mulan. I would do one Pike March. I probably wouldn't have spent on Miyamoto because I don't really use Miyamoto as that crazy. And I don't know if I'm necessarily going to use a lot of swords right off the rip. And most of the releases that I've seen don't really have a ton of swords. So I probably would hold off on Miyamoto. And then I would save up for Lubu and instantly max Lubu. Like all of them. Guan, Lubu, Attila. The missed opportunity for me, a big one, was not maxing or spending more on Attila to get him higher starred. That was a big miss for me. I didn't realize how much of a thing Attila was going to be. And so like that kind of missed on that one too. Those are probably the main ones. That, and I would advise people more often than not to stop focusing on one march. There's so much information of people saying focus on one march, focus on one march. The issue is none of the modes in this game only utilize one march, so you have to at least focus on two. And that would be my ultimate advice is, yes, you want to have one great march, right? But you don't want it at the cost of, ooh, 48 getting the schlong, the slapping. There he goes, flips. I would suggest you get two. They're not gonna even touch this gate, bro. Look at this guy, my guy. This thing's gonna be over faster than oof. Make a oof. Dude, they're gonna be. Oh yeah, everyone just come out in the streets, bros. Come out in the streets. Karate's wife. Oh Lord, that's Emmy. Are they finally gonna? They're gonna have to rally this thing. They're not gonna make it through. Let's see if they swarm this. Oh, there's another. The soccer team. The football team is coming out. There's another one. Another KA. Mods are open for KVK. Hannibal is still OP in Garrison. It's true. The issue is, Propel, that I always find is you got to make it to the Garrison first, right? And there's so many pikes out there that I just don't like running Hannibal, especially with double cab marches. It's just a tough one because, like, for me, when I was running the double cab, I was losing so many troops like very fast because of Hannibal, not because of Lubu. So it's like, it's okay. Like, I think I was blowing like 300k cab when I was running both of them, which is pretty wild. And so then it started costing me on that point. Not saying Hannibal is bad, right? Some people have really strong Hannibals, right? But they're higher starred Hannibals. Mine is not a higher starred. I'd say mine's okay. You know what I mean? With Cleo and stuff. And I also don't have Ashoka because I didn't win MGE. So it also changes my insight a little bit more because I don't have Ashoka. I think if you have Ashoka, it's a little bit more viable because when I was saying it's going to come back, it's going to come back, but it's going to have Hannibal as the secondary hero and then Ashoka as the tertiary one, as the third one. The one MG I randomly won, hell yeah, man. Now, don't get me wrong. Could I have tried to push for one? Sure, but the idea of just going absolutely ham for a hero that I don't know. If I was gonna go ham on one, I kind of wish I would have gone ham on Rem. Because I find that there's that March by itself already is getting like overused like crazy because it's pretty solid. So is it the greatest one of all time? No, but I definitely think it's going to be here to stay for a while. Normally in these types of games I would have prioritized like, where's our boy Delang, dude? I'm missing my boy. Where's my boy at? We gotta find him. We gotta go on Delang watch. All right, chat, let's see if we can find him. We just gotta look. Actually, I wonder if he should still be running the Lions. So I want to see where the Lions at. Where the Lions at? Dude, they aren't even getting out of their city, bro. Oof. Dun, 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 dun. I'm so glad, dude. I really hope the devs could see this image and be like, wow, this is amazing. It just makes me want to screenshot this thing and be like, what are we thinking here? Is there really no way that we can like make these things smaller? Like, really? Like, it drives me crazy. And then they make the text like invisible to see. Jesus Christ, dude. Let's see. If I had to take a guess, I think he'd be more towards the middle. Should be over here. There's Malbec. Look at the guys. Where's Juan at? Gotta call Juan out, bro. There's Soldier. Hey, there's Fairy. We had Fairy Tale on the stream yesterday. The homie. There's Mr. Soldier. There you go. There you go. Cat lady. Oh. Look at this guy. My guy out here. The frozen princess. Hey. My gay. Let it go. You know what I mean? I can tell you Purple singing it on the field. He's clapping some people. Oh, there he is. There's one. What skin is Juan using? Let's get sus with it. Oh, bro. Are we original homies together? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. We are the original homies together. The original skins. Wow, I see Kurt. Dude, I don't see Delang, chat. Am I blind? Maybe I'm blind. Or maybe he's just asleep. He's like, forget these guys, chat. I'm going back to sleep. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, let's see the 48. Dude, 48 has so many people. Like, what the hell? Come out of your cities, bros. All right, so we got a little rally action coming in. Okay. And as soon as this breaks, they're all gonna die. Just park them all in the bushes. In the bushes. Do me a huge favor, chat. Smash that like button on the stream. Help us out with that YouTube algorithm if you can. We'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. So which server is stronger in terms of power? 42. 42, 42, 42. I think there's only a couple of servers that I would say power-wise are probably stronger than 42, but the march quality in 42 is much higher across the board. Sorry. All right. I forgot. Hold on a second. I got a little Twitch bot action coming in here, fam. Handled. Oh man. Oh, I thought his name was Onion Slayer. I thought his name was Onion Slayer. I think it's Oni Slayer. Oh bro, why would you send, if you know that you're getting sent back? I'm surprised this guy even sent this. Oh man, look, there's a juicy march in the field here, chat. Little hot Darius in the open field, chat. A little hot Darius. Hopefully somebody's watching the stream and they're like, oh yeah, free merits. Yeah, free merits. There we go. Woo, you're welcome. You're welcome, sir. A little free merit action here. Okay. Some more free merits. Well, they got in. They're gonna have to taxi rally nonstop now because they are not. Whew. It's looking rough. Rough. They're just bombarding them in the streets. Taking them out behind the woodshed, chat. Oof. Which is crazy because they have so many cities out here, but I feel like there's like 10 marches out in the field. Minutes in, so they all each only took one pass, which it really benefits 42 because yes, they could technically run taxis, right? The strategy, but well, not without the second pass, but they own the field, so they don't necessarily need to run taxis, right? They're gonna have to force 48 to have to run through the field in order to reinforce this, so. And I don't honestly foresee that, so good God. They're beating up each other. The Civil War. Just kidding. Oh, that poor. They're beating up each other. They're thirsty for blood. Just kidding. Let's just hide in the bushes, fam. I love it. I'm loving it. Literally, the second they step out of their city, they're getting banged by like 10 marches. Oh, bro, they're even bringing out the Josephines to bait them out. Oof. Oh, Lord. Loaded to fire. Yeah, this one might be rough in the streets. Whew. S42 is probably #1 server in the game overall. I would say if you're looking power wise, no. If you're looking quality wise, yes. Quality and organization wise, yes. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, my throat is real dry. Might have to grab a water here in a minute. I rolled out of bed and did a bunch of talking. Nah, it's not hydrated. It's like when you have dry mouth from waking up from all that amazing sleep. I just literally rolled out of bed and came to stream. I haven't had my tacos. I haven't had anything, chat. I blame y'all. I blame y'all for it. Dia, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, bud. What time is it? It is 6:22 a.m. my time. 6:22 a.m. And I know what you're asking yourself. You're like, wow, this is a guy is a psychopath. Why is he up at 6 a.m. on a Sunday? I ask myself that question every time I do this. You know what I mean? It's 5:30 p.m. here. Dude, lucky you, my friend. Lucky you. Cause we're all around the world and we're just bushwhacking it out here, chat. Oof. Oh my God. Somebody's hitting their city. Oh no. Oh, 22 million? Ooh, GG easy. GG easy. Swarm that. Swarm it, Big Daddy. Yeah. Doing a very dead BOD event while watching the stream. Hey, I appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. Yeah, the 19 UTC fight should be pretty interesting too. I'm excited to see how a little Satesi versus Storm action going on. Should be a very intriguing one for sure. I don't even know what name that is, my friend, but thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the Burrito Gang, my friend. I don't want to. It looks like a G and a Z to me, fam. Welcome, my friend. Whew. Sorry for all the yawns, chat, but it is early. Early in the morning, rising to. Light me up that cigarette. That's all I think of in the morning. I think of songs like that. It might be too old for y'all, chat. Y'all might not have even been alive when that song came out. I aged myself. Juan primary. Interesting. Interesting tactics. Interesting tactics. Brave soul. He is a brave. Oh, dude, look at this guy. A Darius. Oh my God. People are licking their chops out here in the top side of this map. Look at this. Josephine. YSS. Woo. People are hot and heavy out here, chat. The top side's where it's at, chat. Come farm some merits. Look, everyone's coming now. They're like, oh yeah, I see all these Josephines. Everybody, come on. Gotta give them credit for showing up. Hey, it's not an easy one to show up for. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I would say this though, right? Porting in to me is not showing up. Right? Porting in to me is not showing up. We rallied a pass, and that's about as far as it's gotten. We haven't pushed. We haven't organized anything. Like, if you're 48, chat, there would be a marker back here, right, that says everyone gather up. And you gather up, and then we all push together. You know what I mean? Going out solo one by one, it, to me, isn't showing up. Right? It's farming merits at that point. With 64 and 73 last night, that's showing up, right? You don't give. Oh, no one. Oh, no. Our boy won. Ugh. Don't do it. Don't do it to our boy. Whew. Moment of silence, chat. Moment of silence for our friend Juan, who took an absolute L right there. And we're back. Hey, Sack, I appreciate you, bud. Appreciate you tuning in, my friend. That 64 KVK was a good watch. Yeah, and it was. You know what I mean? That to me is showing up, right? Like, even if you're losing field, if you're doing this, like, 64 really never really had field, but they knew strategies around it, right? That to me is still showing up. This to me is not. Right? When people are absolutely banging you out in the bushes right outside your city and you have this many cities, you know what I mean? I think this is like farming merits at this point, right? We're gonna send one march out, try to farm it, and call it a day. Look at L42. Look at, is it Adrian? Adrian. Oh, we got a rally finally coming in. What? Oh, spotted. Our boy. Yeah, yes. Vindication. Spotted. The Delang Parade is back, baby. The Delang Parade is back. Get blinded by the lions, bro. I kind of wish that they were still like 15 stories tall, because it made for a much funnier. The Delang Parade is real, bro. Get this King Arthur, dude. This guy is a psychopath coming after Delang, bro. A 90 mil. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Nice little power there. The Delang Parade. Fairy Tale. I know Fairy Tale knows. He knows. He's on it. He's on it. Oh, daddy. Oh, Delang saying, eat my shorts, bros. Oh, no. Dude, this guy, I love this guy. He's like, I got plenty of troops. An absolute psychopath. Delang's too funny, bro. This guy's getting wild with it, chat. He has to make up merits. Just to make it up. Come on, Fairy Tale. You know you want to. You know you want to. Come on, Fairy Tale. You know you want to. Just bang out the rally, bro. Just bang out the rally. All right, so they have some reinforcements for Garrison. This should be pretty easy. GG easy. GG easy. Fairy Tale having intrusive thought. Having intrusive thoughts win. Yeah. Oh, Fairy Tale. That's too funny, dude. That's too funny. Oh, we should have followed DeLange's marches so we could see where he was at. The DeLange parade is always a fun one, man. We'll get it at the end, probably. If you don't know what the DeLange parade is, just stick around. Usually we'll get it at least 1 or 2 times. Pretty fucking funny, I'm not gonna lie. Probably the funniest shit I've seen in AOEM. It makes everything totally worth it. All right, just look for the fucking lions. That's all we're looking for, is a bunch of lions. Yeah. All right, rally's incoming. Here we go. Here we go. I see a sea of dazzling diamonds. Oof. All right, so 42 doing it so they can run their taxis. All right, here we go, boys. Rally on Garrison. 48, 42. That reinforcement, boys. Oh, somebody didn't jump out of the taxi rally. Oof. Oh yeah, that rally is 100% dying. Oof. Oof. My God is a fire. Let's see if we can get the report in the chat, fam. Oh yeah. When your bar is fully white and their bar is fully red, you know you did something right in here, chat. You know you did something right. Dude, this taxi rally is still going. Woof. Right, back to the parade, chat. Back to the parade. We'll see if we can find the report here in a little bit. I think somebody probably posted it. Quick question. What do I need to do for the game to count me as participating in KVK but without losing any troops? Why do you want to be counted for KVK? Taxi ain't having the smoke. Yeah, dude, it's catching the hands, bro. It's catching them hands. Oh, look, DeLange. Oh, bro, did he switch the skin? Dude, I mildly just... Oh, no, there it is. I was like, what? When the... Oh, bro, no. Don't do him like that, DeLange. Don't do him like that. He's in the bushes, bro. Oof. I'm not entirely sure, bud. I know usually... I don't really think you're going to score points without losing any troops. You're going to have to fight. You're going to have to do something. Even if you hop in Garrison, you're still going to lose troops. I would say if you're looking for like an easy plug where you just want to score max points and then dip, is per pill. It's like they know they're on stream, chat. It's like they know they're on stream. I expected more from 48, not gonna lie. I guess they decided otherwise. Hey, that is what it is. You know what I mean, fam? Dude, Purple's coming for for the thrift fights out here, dude. He's Purple is totally watching the stream and seeing all these Jones and Darius is coming out on the field, bro. He's getting a half chub. He's getting a little half chub out here. That's too funny, dude. But fighting wise, if you're just trying to score max points really quick and then dip, what I personally like doing, if you're gonna do it, is search around, hunt around for accounts that are like 6 to 8 to 9 million, right? Depending on how big your account is, right? 6 to 8 million, because more often than not, they are gonna have more troops than what the hospital can hold. So you're gonna get deads on them fairly easily and fairly cheaply. So you can just 5 march swarm their city, and then once the wall integrity goes down to 0 and it starts ticking, then pull off, wait for the arrows to stop shooting, and then reswarm, and then rinse and repeat until you start seeing deads in their reports, and then you'll max out very quick. 1, maybe 2 cities, and you're done. Honestly, it depends on what you find, but usually you can max out on 1. And it's fairly quick. You're done in like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, depending on how good your marches are. Now, only do that if you have good marches, right? If your marches are trash, then I wouldn't do that personally. I wouldn't advise that. A little 50 mil action, okay. Oh. It's our boy Juan. Oh, buddy. Oh, they left him alone. All alone. There's no one out here. Yeah, don't do that with Darius and Cleopatra's. Yeah, definitely do not. Evil Clown, smash the like button. Chat, it's free and helps the channel. Hey, I appreciate you, big dog. I don't know if y'all are into scary stuff, but did y'all see the news on Blumhouse, I guess, getting the rights? They got the rights back to Saw, the Saw series. Make Saw great again. Poor guy, dude. My guy. Dude, they probably just swarm his city and just take him out, dude. He'd be... Oof. They're being so nice. New Saw series would be fire. Yeah. I just think, like, I'll say this, man. Like, I'm a movie guy, and I miss the old, classic style of movies where people are hyped for it, and there's just, I don't know, man. I think there was like maybe 2 movies after, and this should tell you, right? After Endgame, that I would classify as me willing to be like, yeah, I'm getting out of bed to go watch this movie in movie theater. You know what I mean? I just don't see, like, even the whole Marvel universe as a whole, I think is just taking an absolute dump. I know some people are trying to hype it back up, but dude, we have no attachment to it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, the reason Iron Man and all those guys were so successful is because we grew up with them. We grew up with the story, right? Like Iron Man 1 through 4, and then we got through here, so we're already invested. I just don't feel that way. I think Thor has maybe 2 more movies, and then he's out too. And then what are they gonna do? Probably the smartest play that they did was bring back what's his name? Not as Iron Man, but as Doom, because it brings him back into the series, but everybody else is out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I thought Maverick was pretty good. I liked, if you haven't seen like the behind the scenes stuff, oh my God. If you haven't seen the behind the scenes stuff, go check it out. The way they filmed it and did all that stuff, super dope. Top Gun. I find myself more and more getting more intrigued with like Netflix movies and those like when they're bringing out those like Extraction. I find really cool as a series. Red Notice, if you haven't seen Red Notice, I feel like that one's underrated too. I find myself watching a lot more of those movies than in theater now. Last Man on Earth by Vincent Price, free on YouTube. True gem. Nice. Did you ever see the Zachary Snyder director's cut for Justice League? Dude, if you haven't seen that one, by all means, I would advise that one. Insanely good. It rips apart the oh my god, the one that was released in theaters. Destroys it. Story wise, plot wise, everything was just better. 13 million, bro. Bruh. Is our poor DeLang getting some fights, bro? This is a lot of accounts to have like 7 marches on the field, fam. This is what I mean by showing up. I don't know. All right, we got some rallies, but they got no field, so they're 100% getting wrecked. But we'll watch. Let me see if we have any. Oof. GG. Oof, that 1 star. The recent movies seem copy pasta with agenda behind. Yeah, I agree. It's a tough one, man. I think the days of making amazing trilogies may be over, and that's the problem. The next trilogy that I will say this. I think the ones that I like the most thus far as a trilogy set is Dune. I think Dune is, they are doing that one justice by all means. I love the actors. I love the cinematography. I love everything about it. I feel like it's a whole vibe. We had some community members that were considering us trying out the new game that came out. I just don't know, man. I keep picking up more and more games. Maybe if I'm just gonna play it, it might be okay. But I don't know if I want to like make content, stream, and do all that kind of stuff. But just to play, maybe. Oh. 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 Oh, 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 oh no. Are they trying to extend my stream, chat? I feel like they're trying to extend my stream here, chat. I think so. I think so. S48 hurt us. Oh, Lord, let me see, let me see. Let the fun begin. Good acting. Oh Lord. Nah, brother, we don't act here, chat. Rock is still much better. So that's a discussion we commonly always have, chat. Like, are they similar games? Yes. Right. Style of game. Are they similar in what would be the way I would break it down? And like how they play? No. After playing, and this is giving a realistic comparison, right? Not no. Here's the reality. A lot of people that do comparisons between AOEM and Rock are the same ones that are playing for like 5 minutes and then have an opinion that is like they played for 3 years, right? Here's a real opinion from a player that actually plays the game, right? And played both for a very long time. I played Rock for almost 7 years. This one I'm already on like 8 months, so I've been playing since launch, minus like a couple of weeks. Are they comparable as in style of game? Yes. Dang, bro. Absolutely thrown. Are they gonna give it to G42? Let's go. They're gonna let the G unit. G unit. Let Catzilla out here. Let the cat out of the bag. Let the cat out of the bag. Oh, bro, it's just absolutely getting swarmed down. V4. No. How you gonna swarm that guy like that? You know what I mean? Don't make him cry. What was I gonna say? So coming from that perspective, right? I just don't style of game as in like an open world kind of moving around, control your marches and fighting. Yes, right. But the style of game and players that play the game are nowhere near the same. What do I mean by that? You can ask any player that comes from Rock and comes to play this as a casual. This is a much more casual experience into this genre. The way, and it's not, I'm not saying them as a player, I'm saying the way the devs have the game set up, the way the games have it set up, it is not meant for, it's not built for hardcore players like you are in Rock, right? You would have past fights for weeks, right? This is a capped fight, right? There's only so much time that you're going to be fighting, right? This is not meant for hardcore. This is meant like, oh, I want to pick it up. I want to try. I want to play for 4-6 hours of fighting every couple of weeks and casually pick and poke and have some fun. That's what this is for, right? Do they have similar bundles? Yes, they rip similar bundles, similar concepts, similar ideas, similar events. But the overall core gameplay of AOEM is not meant for hardcore players. And I can go on for days, man. Like, can we compare? Sure, right? There are comparable elements to it, but that's like taking, I don't know, chat. Like, I want to say, like, think of it like competitive eating versus going to a restaurant to just casually eat with some friends. That's the difference, right? In Rock, they're competitive eating. They're eating the shit out of everything as fast as they can, as much as they can, as long as they can. And in AOEM would be like, we're gonna go have a beer with some bros, we're gonna eat some food, and when we're done, we're done. That's the difference between the two. And it's kind of hard to like drastically change it, because like if you're coming from Rock and you're watching this, you're kind of like, and that's understandable, right? The style of fighting is not the same. Nowhere near the same. I'm hoping at some point they'll give us something that's similar, but the mechanics in AOEM make it so that even if we did get that, it wouldn't be fun. And that's what I keep telling everybody, and I don't want to be a negative Nancy on that, right? That new KVK mode isn't going to solve anything. It's going to make more problems. Because the reality is, because of the way that the fighting mechanics and war mechanics work in AOEM, it sets people up for massive failure. And what I mean by that is territory and rock, right? You have that protection, right? You know, unless your territory gets cut, you won't get zeroed, right? As long as you're attentive to your account and you pay attention, you won't get zeroed. And AOEM in the new mode, literally Nephisto, Satesi, whoever can literally come in here. Oh, there's an empty tile here. I'm gonna port right here, and nonstop for the next 96 hours, I'm just gonna start beating down all these cities right here for 96 hours if you're not bubbled. That with no protection, because the territory provides you no protection. So there's a lot of issues that are gonna come to the surface that I've been saying forever. But now people are going to start feeling it more, because now you're going to get the whale players, the level 140 players. They're going to start running through and zeroing all these cities. And if you haven't seen a lot of those videos, I'll give you an example. There's a lot of 140, like level 140 marches for players that are now running around and actively zeroing out online players. Like, I'm not talking like, oh, they accidentally, like, bro, they are sending shit out. And the players running through and just swarming and zeroing out, like they're zeroing out cities. So if you think you're safe, if an 80 million is getting slapped, your 30, 40 million is getting equally slapped. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real rough. The game chat bugs out for you too when trying to send text. Yeah, it does. On BlueStacks, it does. On so the other thing that it does in chat, and a lot of people don't really talk about this, when I go like this and I scroll, right? If I scroll like in my, if I scroll like this, it will reset. You'll start to see it here in a little bit. Maybe they fixed it on BlueStacks, but on my thing, when I scroll, eventually I start scrolling back and it pulls me back. Maybe it won't do it on here. On the when I stream on the iPad, it does it all the time. Oh, this one actually cleaned up. Nice. Yeah, the chat functionality is just so clunky, but I don't think I've ever Jesus Christ, on a motorbike. I don't think I've ever had like a super optimized chat in any of these games. For like, it took Rock years to get it kind of cleaned up. Now here's the final comparison that I would say, right? If you're looking to spend some money, right, and you are looking for a lot of action and putting in a lot of hours, right, Rock is probably built for you, right? If you are looking for a casual, more affordable, less labor intensive option to have a little bit of fun, where you don't have to put in 3 weeks of time, put in sick days, like, good chat, I'm telling you right now, when we had KVKs, we had half an alliance putting in sick days for work. That way we could be fighting. Like, it was that kind of stuff, right? There's a difference. You are also gonna spend 10x, 20x as much in Rock than you are in AOEM in order to sustain playing in the game. There are more free-to-play options, don't get me wrong, right? But once you get to higher level KVKs, you're gonna have to start buying resources. You're gonna have to have like 47 farms, which at that point, right, time is money. So I know a lot of people say, we'll just have 25 farms, right? I don't want to spend my entire day on farms. I want to go out to the bar or go hang with the wife or go do something. I don't want to be non-stop on the game having to farm just so I can have fun for a week. You know what I mean? At least AOEM doesn't have crystal tech. Hey, you know what I mean? I think both have their place, right? Do I think AOEM is going to compete with Rock? No. No. Do I think they have their own niche in here? Right? Do I think AOEM has their own niche? Yes. Right? But here's the kicker, right? If AOEM wants to be successful, they need to stay in their lane. They keep trying to veer off into the Rock lane, and they're gonna keep getting clapped for it, because they are not built like Rock. They are not built for that player base. And I know they keep wanting to, but they would have to fix core mechanics that we've been telling them to fix since launch day in order to even have a chance to compete with rock, right? They aren't competing with rock right now. They are a soul league for casual players that just want to casually play, and that's okay, right? That is their lane. But every time they add in these KVK modes that are uncontrolled and tested and all that kind of shit, dude, they just steer off into the oblivion, into the void. Rock and AOEM are just different tiers in the same genre of game, if that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. I agree, it's a bit more casual, but if in main alliance you need to show to events, yeah, true. Only me left now. Guess losing the Imperial scared everyone off. Yeah, just march out there, brother. Just pants down. It's like the FBI. FBI. Come out with your hands up and your pants down. Oh, hey, this man has returned. As a hawk. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you, bud. I have arrived. I'm too deep in rock, but managed to play AOEM as free to play. 9 farms is the sweet spot on rock for me. The hell no. Hell no. Yeah, you aren't gonna catch me dead doing 9 farms. Yeah, the spend is the reason why I will never return to rock. It would take me probably about $2,000 to $3,000 to catch up, just to catch up my account in rock, or attempt to catch up. That's not including KVK. That is just so that I can catch up on heroes and commanders and stuff, and probably a little bit of equipment, and still be like squishy AF in the field. All right, I thought I put simplified on. Jesus Christ. Naruto. Bum, 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 bum. We gotta find the lions. Lions, assemble. And then by the time you catch up, they're gonna release something. You'll need to drop 1K. Yeah, exactly. Or they'll come out and it'll flood me right into a KVK, which then I need to spend money in order to fight and play. And it's like, do I miss it? Sure, I miss it, right? But do I enjoy having more money and more time on my hands? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Sometimes I'll tell you, I miss the sweaty KVKs. But do I miss doing that every other month and putting in, like, we used to do streams as I get older, right? We used to do streams from like reset to like early in the morning, right? I'm talking like 8-hour plus streams of nothing but sweat fest. And I'm just not into that anymore, man. Like, I want to be able to go out, do stuff, and then sometimes with KVKs, it's just like, oh my God. You just don't get that. You just don't get that. And I get some people love that, but when you have a wife or a family, like sometimes it takes a back seat. And I played rock for 7 years, fam. 7 years. Imagine the kind of wife that I have to be like, okay, yeah, go ahead, sweetheart, go play. You know what I mean? It's one of those. Mrs. Bulba is truly one of a kind. In a lower seed, you would have fun. I hope one day you can return. I don't know. I'll say this, right? When you come from being an Imperium in an Imperium kingdom for 7 years, going to a D kingdom just does not sound enticing to me. It's not a jab at it, but coming from content creator standpoint, like I want to be playing in the biggest and baddest battles. I don't want to be playing in something just so I can say I'm playing, if that makes sense. It's not saying that that's a bad thing if you're in a D kingdom, right? It's not shots at it. I just know I'm coming from 10,000 marches on the field to 100, that I'm going to lose more interest in doing that than I am of anything else. How many FPS you have, bro? Probably not very many. On BlueStack, I'll preface it this. I don't play the game. I don't play AOEM on BlueStacks. I absolutely hate BlueStacks. The only reason I'm streaming on this is because I'm not playing on it. Let me see. Oh, wait, wrong one. It was this one, right? Oh, that might be why. Hold on, let's get rid of that. Why is it 720, bro? What the? When did all my settings change? Oh, 30? Ping 104, so it's higher than usual. 25, so it kind of fluctuates between 20 and 30. Let's see when it's in the bigger fights what it's going at. 20, somewhere around there. As a content creator, you make the most money in the sweat fest. True. True. But now, as a hawk, here's the thing though, right? As a content creator, I do make the most money from Sweatfest, but when the game costs 20x what I'm wanting to spend, I don't. The profits don't really help at that point. You know what I mean? I could make, I'll say, I could make $1,000 in a month, right? But if it costs me $2,500 to play in that KVK mode, I'm not making money. I'm spending less money, if that makes sense. That's the reality, right? Unless you're making oodles of money, right, where it will offset and you're still making a profit business-wise, that's just sinking yourself. That's like when people go and buy stuff with a credit card and say, I'm getting ahead by spending on the credit card. No, you still have a shit ton of debt. And then even when you flip, right, you're still paying off debt. You're not coming out on top. You're still paying out of the hole in order to get out of the hole. And so that's why, like, for me, I noticed that and I did it for a little while. And then I started realizing, I'm just like, I'm not even like, the channel is growing, right? But I'm not growing, right? I'm putting in a ton. I used to put in, like I said, 8 to 12 hour long streams, if not longer. So we were putting in like, shit, I don't even remember. We were taking days off. We were doing like, dude, the KVKs by themselves, there were days during the weekday that we were doing like 12, 14 hour streams. And that was multiple times in a week, on top of Osiris League, on top of, just so y'all know, right? When we were doing Osiris League stuff, I was one of the very few people that was casting every single time slot in Osiris League. And when I mean everyone, I mean everyone. 1 UTC, 3 UTC, 7 UTC, 9 UTC, 11, 13, 15, 9. I casted every single time slot. So legitimately, that's why, like, you'll see in the back, I usually have like a couch, because back in the day, my wife knew, like, as of Sunday night when 1 UTC would hit, as of Saturday night at 1 UTC, I was casting. I would literally lay down for 2 hours, get back up, cast another one, lay down for 2 hours, get back up, cast another one, get back up. Dude, that was my schedule for like 3 years on Sundays during Osiris League. You know what I mean? And that's why like she saw the burnout was real, because like I was doing that for community and doing it for y'all. But that's the kind of dedication. That's why I always say, like, if the game invests in us, I am always down and open to investing in it. But AOEM has had some of the worst communication that I've seen from a game perspective. I'm not targeting any specific person, just in general, it has been really bad. If y'all need specific examples, content creators don't hear about most content until after it's released. Supercore hears about new content before content creators do. Right? We don't even get notified of new stuff. I'm still waiting on assets from season 2. We don't have season 3 hero assets currently right now. And we're about to already be hitting into season 4 heroes, and we don't even have season 3 hero assets. Like, there's just so, it's all backwards. They tell us they don't want to give us codes, but I see nonstop codes being created for giveaways, for shitty guides, or for people not even making a guide, right? I got rewards last month for a guide, right? But it was a live stream. It wasn't even a guide. My guide. Let me see. Zavir, my wife tries to get my alliance mates to rally me if I do shit in KVK, but I get nah. I used to try to get Mrs. Boba on the streams, so I would show her like all the cute little skins, and she would comment like if we had a little downtime during KVK, and then she would say hi to everybody. Everybody always knew her in the community. Believe it or not, Mrs. Bulba's been pushing me more and more to do more AOEM content. The problem is, or more and more AOEM live streams. The problem is there's just nothing to fucking live stream. There's just nothing to live stream, chat. I could live stream my dailies, but then it would be like a 20-minute stream and we'd be done. There's no replayable content. There really isn't anything like, once you've seen the event once, you've seen the event. There really isn't anything like that unless we're just chilling and shooting the shit, which if that's what y'all want to do, then that's cool, but I don't find that like entertaining. As time goes on, it gets harder to keep committing the grinding games. Yeah, for sure. Lion speed 300k on each. This stream is Lion spend 300k on each account. No, that's a low end. There's no way. Super low. 300k is nothing. For Lion's account, he easily spends millions. He's not spending 300k. Sorry. I would venture to say, you ready for this? I would venture to say he's probably spent like 50k on resource buying alone. There's no way that it's only 300k. I promise you, as much as he fights, he's easily spending over $1 million. He for sure doesn't get the return. Yeah. And that's okay. I think Lion is one of those, like, he's not doing it for the money, right? When you have an account like his, that's like telling Mephisto that he would be streaming for the money. He doesn't need that. You know what I mean? He's just doing it to do the same thing with Baba, right? Baba's just doing it for the sake of the community. He's not doing it because he's trying to make a living out of it. Bubba, the true OG, I still remember. Yeah. Hey, we do it, bud. We do it. We pioneered some shit, you know what I mean? And I'm happy. Like, don't get me wrong. I have no shade towards Rock, towards the community. I love the Rock community. I want them to grow. I want them to thrive. And I see a lot of, you know, newer updates and things that we had brought up years ago that now they're starting to implement, which is great. At the end of the day, fam, the way I see it is gaming is a great escape from reality. right? The world is a weird, fucked up place. And if we can get people together to have some fun and play some games, and that's all I care about. You know what I mean? That's the way I see gaming. Build a community, have some fun, meet some people, and play something that both of y'all enjoy. Call it a day, man. I try to leave all the drama out of it. If people try to troll me at some point, like, I'm gonna troll back, you know what I mean? But for the majority of the people in the community, they know me well enough to know, like, at the end of the day, all I care about is the game being a success, because that's kind of what we're all here for. Sack, can you believe they removed the 3 legendary skills for $3 from the mail battle pass time limited rewards? Deb said no more nice things. Oh Lord, I haven't seen that, but I haven't seen that yet. Xavier, I agree with you. AOM doesn't actually have a lot of things you could stream and make content out of. At most, you can get record and post videos of BOD. So I would say this. That was the plan, Xavier. The problem that I'm having is our alliance really isn't that active in BOD or Wonder Fights. And so when I would do live streams on them, I wasn't enjoying making them, because it's like, who really wants to come watch 5 players come and play a mode? You know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't. If it was actual 30v30 fire content, but the reality is they really, the devs haven't done a great job of really incentivizing people to want to play that mode. So the show up and the turnout for those modes in particular, at least in my kingdom, is very low. And so I find streaming and making videos on that very hard, because it's like, you would have to hype up 5 players playing 5 players, and that's a hard one. You know what I mean? You got the people who want to make little profit streaming, and there's some who stream because they enjoy showing it. Exactly. Oh, 300k each KVK. Oh yeah, probably. That makes sense. Some people just do it for the fun of it, not for the money. I think a lot of people misunderstand this, right? They think I'm trying to make this a full-time career. If it happened, would I be opposed to it? No. Right? But I'm not actively pursuing that. Right? That takes time, that takes energy, that takes effort, and that takes money. You know what I mean? What do I mean by that? Chat. When I leave a 9 to 5, right? If I'm gonna leave a 9 to 5, I would have to be making at minimum 40% more than what I'm making at my full-time job, just so I can sustain what I currently have, in my opinion. Because one, I'm going to lose healthcare benefits, I'm going to lose all that stuff. So then it becomes about like doing it as a job, right? You gotta grind, right? A lot of people think that content creation is just like, it's the easiest job. You just got to make a video and call it. It's not. Chat, I hate to tell you this. I probably, you have to put in, when you go work for yourself, right? And any person who runs a business can tell you this. It is much easier to work for somebody else than it is to work for yourself. Do you get more freedom? Yes, you get more freedom, but you get more headaches. You have to put in twice the time, right? Don't let people sell you they're gonna save time. They're not saving time. They're spending more time to make sure that baby of theirs continues to grow. So you put in more hours, right? If you're thinking like, oh, I'm gonna work less than 8 to 5, you know, from 8 to 5. Nah, bro, you're working 8 to 12. If you gotta work 8 to 10, you are working way more than what you would normally work, but you are getting that freedom as a added benefit. And that's the thing, right? You wanna go on vacation tomorrow, go on vacation tomorrow. If you can set it up where you can work online, then do it online. You know what I mean? You open yourself up for a lot of opportunities, but you also open yourself up for a lot of risk. And that's the thing with content creation, right? If I went full-time on a game, right, as a streamer, as a content creator, and that game dies, now what am I doing? You know what I mean? That's the reality of stuff like this. If you went full-time as a content creator on Age of Empires Mobile, Chad, you'd be struggling right now. You'd be eating, you know, 15-cent ramens. You'd be hurting. Rock average as I don't know what you're talking about, Evil. Sorry, bud. So we totally agree with you. Like I was doing a BOD a few moments ago, and it was 7v1 people. Not good content. Exactly. We had a pretty good dub versus Red and BOD prior to the KVK fight. I'm thankful we got an active BOD community on 64. Hell yeah, man. And that's a hard one, man, because it's a mode that I can see, like, if the devs actually listen, we could literally make it a gem, right? And for those of y'all who come from Rock, you already know, like, Osiris League, all that kind of stuff. And I feel like if AOEM would actually listen, we could give them the recipe for a successful game mode, right? I think where they're missing the mark is they have Wonder and BOD. And in reality, both of those modes should be combined into one mode and make kind of the love child between those two, where you have fog, you have objectives, you have quick map movements, and then increase the rewards. The rewards are trash. The rewards are trash. So, but I've noticed that's a trend now moving forward too. And make it an hour, for God's sakes. Jesus Christ. 30 minutes just is not enough. I've been saying that since launch. Baz, it's much easier to be the employee than the employer. Exactly. You're worrying, instead of worrying about one family to feed, right? You're worrying about all the families and feeding everybody. And it's a lot of work. The days of I'm gonna get to work at 8 and leave at 5 no longer exists. That boundary no longer exists. You work until you get your stuff done. It's the same thing with content creation, fam. If I want to continue to grow the channel, guess what? I got to put in that effort. So what does that mean? I go do my normal job from 8 to 5. I get off of work, I eat some dinner, and then guess what? I'm already streaming, or I'm already making a video, or I'm already, that's the way it is. And so some days it's like I'm legitimately sitting in a chair for 20 hours between work and content creation. Like right now, I'm looking at doing a restart project in Clash of Clans. We talked about this last night. A restart project in Clash of Clans and kind of taking it back old school. And if I do that, now I need to redo assets, right? I need to remake overlays for stream. I need to do all that kind of stuff. So that takes time and energy and effort. So that means probably tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to be going to work, leaving work, and then instantly jumping into Photoshop and doing a bunch of work for the whole night. But that's what I have to do. I could technically pay somebody to do it, but I'm not the kind of person that believes in spending money to make money for the most part, right? I would rather spend my time doing something I really enjoy doing to build those assets. If you're not creative, then yeah, 100%. You can buy a pack for $10. You can do that kind of stuff. I like having my custom stuff. The grind behind editing, screening, streaming, and brainstorming alone is a big ass. Concentration is hard because you have to make it sustainable for others to enjoy in multiple instances. Yep. Facts. Sec. There are some rumors going around that the devs might add naval battles to the game. I've seen some leaks on YouTube. What do you think about the future of AOEM Mobile? So Sec, I have all those leaks on my Discord, but hop in here. I'll put it on Twitch chat because I know you're on there. Here you go. Hop in the Discord and look under CN leaks, and it's all there. So we're at 32 V42. I think 48's kind of chalked it up already, but let's see. Sponge. Did Delang do his parade? There's a whole CN Leaks channel. There's a lot more than just that, Sec. And what I mean by that, and like I said, y'all can invite all your friends. The link that you see in there, you can use that one or make your own link and invite people. Feel free. The reason I set that channel up is because I don't care what official Discord says. Unless you're blind, you know exactly what's happening, right? And what do I mean by that? Some people still don't know about the other game, right? The reality is, from test servers, from content releases to everything like that, there is no doubt in my mind it is a direct rip. All they are doing is transferring code, calling it a day, and then the main deving stuff that they're doing is for bundles. That's it. That's the reality of it. Are they adding in some small adaptations here and there? Probably, right? But every major release that they're coming out with, for the most part, if not all of it, is from that version. So when they kept trying to walk it back, if you're in the official Discord and they were like, oh yeah, these leaks aren't real and they'll never come to the game, I'm calling bullshit. You want to know why? Because me as a creative, we understand and we aren't stupid to the point where if it wasn't from somewhere else, it wouldn't have been in the code. Those assets have to be created for them to be added to a game. What does that mean? That means that all those heroes have already been cut out, PNG'd, slapped into graphics to the point where they are in-game in code. And if they're saying that they didn't do it, then they rip the code from somewhere else, which directly conflicts with what they've been saying all along, right? So it's either one of two things. Either one, no, it's not us, right? And we are ripping everything from here, so we blame whoever ripped all the code, and those things will never happen. Or two, you're full of shit, right? And those are leaks that you're walking back because now you just leaked like 4 seasons worth of heroes on accident, which is the case. If I was gonna take a guess, that's the case. I hope that makes sense. I get why they would try to walk it back, but you can't walk that back, sorry. Because a lot of people were like, man, all these people are jumping on leak videos. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, why not? Hell yeah, why not? People don't think that showing videos of heroes that aren't even released in global servers isn't considered a leak. That's considered a leak. It's not even released. Right? You don't think people are thinking like, wow, this guy's capitalizing on making videos of unreleased heroes in global server. Yeah. Right? But we're not throwing shade at that because guess what? It's not their fault as a creator that the devs are doing it, right? But that is the way it is. It is the way it is. ChatGPT would be proud to see the copy pasta of the code. Dude, ChatGPT might do a better job at copying code. Being perfectly honest with you. Give it a year or two, and it's gonna replace them all. It's gonna I'm not specific to AOEM, but it's gonna be there. Give it a year or two, and AI will be doing game code. You'll have entire studios of AI personnel. You'll be able to troubleshoot. You'll be able to do everything like that. Like that. And it's going to change the game. My old Nokia phone can hide information better than that. Yeah. They probably overlooked it and later realized they messed up. Yeah, but see, here's the deal, right? If you mess up, right? And Xavier, and I'm not targeting you specifically, it's just the point you made, right? If you fuck up, right? And then you try to make excuses for it, right? It makes you look as an organization, as a person, as whatever, it makes you look worse, right? Instead of saying, you know what, hey, our bad, we fucked up, you know, our bad. Okay, cool. Like, we understand, like, shit happens. But they constantly backpedal excuses. Like, oh man, they released that feature. It wasn't supposed to be shown. It may or may not come to the game. Bro, just fuck up. Just own it. You lose credibility. Exactly. Stop saying this is not the China game. Unless legally they can't come out and say it, which all intents and purposes, that's fine. Right? Maybe legally that's a thing. It could be a thing, right? Maybe. But if that legally was an issue, then we're still ripping code. So legally we're still doing that. So it makes it seem like that's not really a thing, right? And so that's kind of my thing, is they constantly have these accidental leaks, right? And then walk back that these things aren't coming to the game, which in reality, they're going to come to the game. I think we're just so far out from them coming to the game. They don't want stuff releasing that is going to excite the players, and then they kind of pull the rug, if that makes sense. But at that point, you just own it and just be like, hey, you know, it came out on accident. These heroes actually aren't going to be coming out until later next year. Boom, done. Problem solved. Gives people something to look forward to and lets you know, like, hey, we have been planning for the future. We have shit. And it just, and then stop hiding behind the whole, we haven't, this is not the CN, this is like bullshit. Here, I'm going to show y'all something. I want y'all to see this. This is what I was talking about, Zuir. Wait a second. All right. So if you go to my server, go down here to CN leaks. You know, see that, chat? Fucking equipment. Elephants with equipment. Gear. And y'all are more than welcome to come in here and check it out. Skins. Here's something. You ready for this? Look. Where's it at? They have gifs and animations and shit. Right. There is, where's it at? I'm trying to see. There is one in here that shows how they are planning on doing the tribe farming. Oh yeah, here's one for the boats. Oh, my bad. Boats. The farming, the chaining. There's so many things. That's why I set this up. That way y'all can check it out. Hold on, let me see. Which one was it? It actually looks pretty cool, but let's see. Wow, how OP would that be, bro? Look at that. Skills, alliance skills. Range attacks. There you go. There's range attacks right there. Dude, everything we've been asking for. Equipment. This looks like a direct rip of Infinity Kingdom. If you know, you know. I think is it this one? These are some of the skills. And look. Who is that guy? Chat, come on now. You know what I mean? Like, we're not morons here. Who is that guy? Oh, I don't know. He was from one of the leaks. Oh no, terrible. Look at that, another one. Oh no. So yeah, the one of these gifts shows the shows how they're gonna chain barbs. It basically has like an AoE circle that you can like direct. So similar to how you saw the and if somebody finds it, then just share it, I guess. But yeah, it does all that. And this is the one that you were talking about for, let me see, for that. There's your boats. There's your gear for your boats. So yeah, there is plenty of shit. Here's the ships with different ships, different everything. Like there's a whole fucking thing for it. You know what I mean? So I wish I could find the stupid farm one. I don't know. But yeah, that's what it's turning into. Right. Is that gonna happen next month? No. Hell no. But let's not, you know, let's not sugarcoat it here either. We're not blind, deaf, and dumb. No way they cover these up saying that these won't come to the game. They already did. They tried backing it out in official Discord. When all the leak videos are coming out about the heroes, they're like, oh man, these are just leaks. They're never coming. These aren't a thing. I'm like, if it wasn't a thing, they wouldn't be assets in your game. And if they are assets in your game and you say that it's a mistake, then you've directly confirmed that you're ripping code from the other game. Right? So now you just look like a double liar and lose even more credibility because you lied and then yelled another lie to cover up the lie. You know what I mean? That's the reality of it. If y'all want to see more of those things, go hop in the Discord, guys. The Discord is in the live chat. We'd love to have you. A proper planning of how to execute these over 2 to 3 year span, and a community would have loved these, but the devs are speed running it like crazy. And I agree. We've said the same thing. That's why when we asked, one of our #1 requests from the CCs, right, is give us a content rollout. Like when we're not asking for all these things, right? But having a content plan for the year should not be that hard, right? You know, in the next 3 months, these are the things that you have to look forward to. Oh, we have the Fire Festival coming here. New hero here, and here. New KVK mode released this window. Like, I'm not asking for a specific date, but we can hype the community up for this is the range that the new KVK mode, a new KVK map is coming out. Boom. Right? You know what I mean? That's something that we can build around. But we don't get that. They did that one time and then it fell off the deep end. But the other game is owned by them. It's not ripping. See, but here's the thing, Mano, is they don't claim, they keep stating that it is not being ripped from the other game. That is their statement. Verbatim. Non-stop. There's a reason why in the official Discord, you can get banned for even naming the other game. That's the reality of it, right? That's like saying, you know what, guys? I'm not playing AOEM, but here I am playing AOEM. You know what I mean? You get caught non-stop having to backpedal, and that's the part that we don't like. Like, if you're gonna own it, then at least own it. Like, yeah, we made this, we took this game, went international, right? Rock does the same thing, and most people who play Rock understand that, right? They know there are Chinese servers that have these different packs, they have different shit, right? And it's only Chinese players that are in that server. They used to have a Korean server as well, right, for Rock, and then they have their international server. Koreans had their own special packs that they would do. So like, I'll give you an example, like YSS is regarded as one of the #1 top heroes in Korea, right? So what did they do? They ran a special event specifically for YSS, knowing full well that the Korean community would consume the shit out of that. You know what I mean? And they did. Right? Same thing for the Chinese servers, right? Then they would run special events for Chinese servers. Right? But never did they say, oh man, we don't, nope, Nope. We don't associate with the Chinese server or the Chinese game or Korean game. Like, we all knew that it was one thing. It was one ecosystem. Right now, they should be owning it, saying it is one ecosystem. This game is Chinese version. They've been up for 5-6 years. We are falling in line with them. We're excited to bring you more content. Here is something that you can look forward to. Boom, drop a little tidbit of it, right? Over the course of the next 6 months, this is our plan to re-optimize this feature, because we are going to add this in. We are going to actively dev some little things to bring y'all this, right? That is not hard. That is marketing 101. The easiest way to sell your game is to market your game with hype and with sneak peeks and with engaging with content creators and doing stuff like that. I'll give you an example, right? Clash Royale recently did a monster collab with Jinxie. If you don't know who he is, he's known a lot on like Rainbow Six and that kind of stuff, a lot of meme content and funny shit. They did a collab with him. Month over month, they doubled their profits with one collab. They doubled their profits with one collab. That is one of those things. I'm not saying I'm gonna bring double their profit, right? But those are collabs that you can do if you have a high game like that. And keep in mind, this is a 7-8-year-old game. I don't even remember how old Clash is, Clash Royale. But he came on, did some streams with some pros and had some fun with it. Bro, they went from 13 million in profit to almost 30 month over month with one collab. This isn't rocket science. You know what I mean? If the devs want to know the best way to market, they can easily ask community, easily ask the CCs what they could do better to enhance the gaming experience, and we will give them feedback nonstop. We give them feedback regardless. I think Sig's been sending them lists and messages. So 10 minutes left, fam. Been sending them messages of laundry lists of updates since beta. You know what I mean? All right, let's look at the score real quick. Let's see what we're looking like right now. 33, 54, 45. Once they cap. They just can't get the facts straight. Always some end doesn't match up. Yeah. Exactly. Just explain that and it's over. Exactly. That's what I've been saying since the start. Stop saying that it is not the same game. It is the same fucking game. The difference is one's a Chinese version of the game that has been out for 5 years, and we are actively following that content line, right? But on the same token, I will say this. If you are going to say that, right, then you can't come out and say that we are actively deving updates. You're not deving shit, right? At that point. You're not deving shit. You're doing little patches here and there, and you are deving bundles. You aren't deving active anything. All of that is just ripped. So then it makes them look worse, because it's like, okay, well, what have you been doing for 4 months if you're ripping the same shit off of the CN version? So I do understand why they try to hide it, but at the same token, like, taking accountability for it is going to be huge. Let's see. Cleopatra event was supposed to be like that up to some extent, but it never flew. Yeah. Well, it got released into, there were multiple events from beta that never made it through. The Clio event was one. There's some other events that are actually on the test server that are on beta, but not in global. So those are other events. And so it is what it is, you know what I mean? I don't expect everything from beta or from CN to cross over, but what I do expect is if you're gonna dev a game, then I expect slight alterations from what you're seeing on the CN version, and then tell me it's being devved. Good marketing. Let me see. Smoke Dem, why are you not in for this evening? So I'm not in that one because I don't think there's going to be a fight. I think 100 is in civil war right now, and so we've had both of the leaders for both of their alliance reach out to our leader, trying to get us to side with one side or the other, and we're not going to. So if you are unshielded, you will most likely get zeroed. Hey, if y'all say you're gonna fight, hey, I'm down. I'm down. What I don't want to do is I don't want to fire up a stream, see 7 people, and then it's like, you know what I mean? If people want to fight, then I am down to stream it. My number one issue is I'm here at a certain point to entertain as well, right? And seeing 2 big whales come out and get obliterated by 100 marches isn't entertaining for me. I'm down. Like I said, we're already going to be streaming 19 UTC. But the plan is for server 9 versus server 25. But if I get on and I see that, you know, there's a lot of activity, then I'll stream ours. What I don't want to do is I don't want to, like I'm saying, right? I don't want to log in. I get into IC. I see 10 cities out here with 7 marches. I'm not going to rest my hat on that. You know what I mean? So I'll probably still have the thumbnail for 9 and 25. And then if we do get some action with 20 and 100, then I can always show that too. Yes, 9 versus 25 is today. Trust me, I always come in every MEE with the intention of streaming fights in 20. You know what I mean? I always come in with the intention. But from what I was told with all the civil war and with all the whatever, that more likely than not, there wasn't going to be as much fighting. And so at that point, I'm kind of like, like, I don't know if people understand, like with 20, like when we come out, right? If we're going to lose, we're losing on our shields, right? But we still show up. So that's kind of the thing. GG, see ya. Oh yeah, did it pop? Did it pop already? It's about to. 5 minutes. 5 minutos. Sec, I appreciate you hopping in the stream on Twitch, bud. Nine or 25 could get messy. Satesi, yeah, that's kind of the other reasons here I'm interested in it, is I want to see how Satesi, I want to see if we can see some Satesi versus Storm fights. Like, that's the content a lot of people want to see. You know what I mean? Like, I think overall they just want to see fighting, and I don't blame them. You know what I mean? No one wants to fight Nephisto. So I'll say this, Smoke. Nephisto is still very strong, but Nephisto isn't even pushing growth on the account. So y'all are, the Nephisto y'all are fighting is probably like 25% of what Nephisto could be. That's the reality of it. He doesn't have a single level 140 march. Like he's not actively pushing. So yeah, it definitely hurts, but it's not hurting like some of these level 140 players that you're getting. But yeah, y'all will have some fun, man. Y'all's big players, you'll be able to have some fun. He still has like a really good account. Oh Lord, the Herald Prime. Herald Prime. All right, is the Delang Parade coming? Chat, somebody confirm the Delang Parade. I want to see if Delang brings the parade, bro. Gotta find the Lions, fam. Hold on, give me a second. Trying to see if we can find the Delang Parade. Dang, homies hiding in the bushes inside of their territory. Oof. Where the lions at? Oh, dude, the unnamed soldier right here. Oof. What a boring match, hell yeah. Let's see. 1 minute, fam. 1 minute. Oh my God. No one wants to fight Nefisto. Yeah, I know. I play with him in other games. Nice. Yeah, I saw a while back when he was saying he was gonna go play Total War. I just can't. I just don't have fun with those. Like, it's a personal preference, right? I love the ability to control marches and do that. I've always struggled. There you go. GG's 42 winning the ME against 48. I know it wasn't the sexiest win ever, but hey, try to bring y'all as much content as we could. B42 takes it. Let's look at final scores, or at least for right now. I know they'll probably fight for a little bit. 73-46. So GG's to both. But yeah, I couldn't get into Total War. I don't like the idea of clicking and then sending, and then you have like no mobility or anything. Those tend. I will say Total War definitely had some of the best mini games in their game to keep you kind of entertained. I just didn't like the PvPing aspect of it. That's the only thing I didn't care for. Dang, I'm gonna miss the Delang parade, bro. All I wanted was the Delang parade. I was hoping to catch him before. Oh well. Oh, sunny days. Dang, no Delang parade this time. Chat. All right, fam. Let's see. GG's 42. I've seen it all. I've seen it all, this KVK. Harold Josephine. For sure, man. For sure. All right, chat. Let me see. I am going to call it there, fam. GG's to both teams, 42 and 48. Thank y'all again for participating, having some fun, and hopefully y'all had at least a little bit of enjoyment. I try to entertain y'all with some content and extra stuff as the fighting was dying down a little bit. So hopefully y'all are interested by that. We'd love to have you in our Discord if you haven't already. I'm gonna put an exclamation point Discord in the chat. That is gonna be our link to our brand new Discord. We are gonna be doing some big things in there, working towards it. So thank you again for all the love, support that y'all been showing. I'm hoping to release probably another AOEM video this week on a specific subject. But yeah, I hope y'all have been enjoying the content, and possibly seeing y'all again at 19 UTC. We'll be for sure most likely showing server 9 versus server 25. But maybe we'll have a little bit of fighting with server 20 and 100 to entertain y'all as well. So we'll see. We're going to play it by ear, but hopefully we see y'all again at 19 UTC. And if not, chat. I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your day. Great start to y'all's week. And we'll see you on the next one. All right. See y'all soon. Bye-bye. Bye.